All right, we're back here for the matchups for the following week, and we got U.S. Marshals versus Killer Z's, and tough matchup going up against Yadid for Marshall. Give us your thoughts, Dash. How do you fare against Yadid normally?
Hit him pretty decent. He struck me out one time. He stared me down. I almost hit him with a bat afterwards. But overall, he's an excellent pitcher. He's a veteran. A couple of years ago, we actually won with, been a great team and actually won with them. But they're a pretty good team, but they may have scored 31 runs yesterday, but what does it all mean against that?
He's going to think he's still pitching to the Bachelors, and then you guys are going to get up.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? Their strength.
We're better blindfolded than those guys.
I don't know. Their strength is their bats, their offense.
Not the fielding, not much.
Yadid is good enough to be able to tame their bats a little bit, and if they do that, you guys have nothing left. You have no field.
No, we're not that bad at fielding. I don't know. We actually wear a glove out there. I mean, come on. They're a good team, but who's there 6 to 10? I mean,
now listen. You look at their lineup. They don't have any guys that
great.
are eye popping. They don't have no Sabons, but they have Sonny. They have Cross. They have Lisa Carey's outstanding hitter.
Oh, Lisa!
I mean, there's a lot of guys doubles hitters, and Yadid's hitting very well this year. So I still think they're.
Is Yadid hitting 2 games?
He usually does. I think he's been hitting.
He's a veteran. Yadid is a veteran.
Yeah, you still have Lambo's hitting, Stephen Batesh.
Those guys are, very clutch players.
Yeah. Well, so
predictions. Who do you like?
I still think there's going to be a split, but if I had to say a sweep, it's definitely going to be on the Killer Z side. So, but I say.
Am I invited back next week? Am I pushed out right now?
I don't see it the same way.
What do you say?
I think that Ali's team is going to take 2.
Wow.
I think that the Killer Z's are coming off.
Take some Gatorade.
Just for show.
I see it very differently than you. I see Killer Z's taking both games, by the way.
My baseball
Killer Z's winning 2 this week.
I think that they got lulled to sleep by the Bachelors. They think every week's going to be a cakewalk, and then Ali's team is upset. They're coming off a win. Ali's not going to just take the season lying down. Sabon's hitting well, I hear. So I think they're in for it. I would pick Ali's.
But that team, as we all know, is ticking time bombs. Dash is now sitting on the bench. That's not going to be taken lightly. That's not going to be taken lightly for too long. So I could see that team getting very ugly very quickly.
This is the fans should come out in droves for a game like this.
They should.
This is a hot matchup.
Playing on field 1.
Yeah.
Feature game.
Feature game, but it's going to be a great matchup.
Interesting matchup.
Should be, I think, a high-scoring affair too. I mean, even though you.
I may wish you did a Happy Mother's Day if they had a grand slam against them.
Yeah. So, Asher, I guess you were predicting a sweep over there. So.
What do you predict over there?
He said a split.
I think a split, but if there's going to be a sweep, it's definitely going to be on the Killer Z side. I don't see Ali sweeping anybody.
Yeah, good seeing you again too.
The next matchup is I guess we still have to do this as part of our job. The ineligible bachelorettes versus the situation.
Wow.
And
5-1 versus 4.
The only thing,
3-1.
The only thing I see going in the favor of the bachelorettes is they get to at least feast off hittable pitching with Red. Not that Red's not pitching good, but he's very hittable, and so to them it's going to be a little bit of an easier matchup. Not to say they're going to win because their baseball instinct and is terrible and.
Has there ever been a 1-2-3 inning yet? A 1-2-3 inning for them in the field?
No, I think no. In the 8th inning, but there was only a 7-inning game. But
I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the situation is going to sweep that, but maybe they can show a little offensive punch in that game.
I think situation is going to sweep also easily. I'm going to say that eligible bachelors will not get mercy. that'll be my prediction for this week.
Which game? 1 or 2?
Both games, they will not get mercy by the situation.
This is what their predictions have become. It's mercy or not mercy at this point.
Your prediction is what?
They lost 31-6 this week in 2 games, you said? Guys, 31-6?
Yeah.
42-4.
42-4, both predictions.
Come on, the Reds is going to give
6 touchdowns to a...
Although let's give
2 safeties.
Starting pitcher and power hitter Edward Cohen is returning this week. So
Edward Cohen.
Where was he this week? He missed a bus home from.
He was in Syracuse. Yeah, he was. The guy drove 8 hours for this opening day. So
Sherman Douglas came in for the weekend to visit him.
So Obviously, we're not looking to
Who actually
expect
pitched for
too
them?
much.
I don't mean to jump and talk about this.
Elliot Simon.
Elliot Simon
Yeah.
pitched? Why couldn't we play him?
Don't worry, you'll beat him
The
anyway.
average really healthy that clown pitching.
Don't worry, you had Mark Simon at third, so it was like...
Mark Simon? He plays on that team too?
I'm so happy Dash did his research before coming on the air tonight.
I didn't.
And Mo Levy at first. It was...
Bo Levy's actually a very underrated athlete.
He's a tall, he wasn't bad. And,
He's actually...
a little Irving Batech at second. A little,
Can you see him? Can you still see him out there?
So, we're on to the next matchup, which I think is supposedly going to be the debut of Moses. Dirty Dozen. Oh, we did. Oh, yeah, Dirty Dozen versus Insane. I think, honestly, I don't know if Azer's going to pitch this week after going 2. Maybe they're lucky to get 1 game out of the guy this week. They don't want to, overuse him. But if anything, that'll be 1 game, I guess, with...
He may not even show his Mother's Day, that guy. You never know.
Oh, that's true also.
Dirty Dozen is 1 and 3.
And Dirty
right?
Dozen, Mitchell Hatter should be returning this week, so they're in a must-win situation of 1 and 3.
Yeah, really. They played that eligible bachelor team down the
But
road.
still, they lost 2 heartbreaking 1-run games, so I see them.
We beat them last week.
I see them splitting. What do you think?
I would say it's split over here.
I would say so too.
I guess I would have to say split, but the team that we just swept, they're very good. And if Moses comes back and pitches well, they could get on a little bit of a hot streak.
Yeah, and they also put up a lot of runs last
But for
week.
the record, I'm sticking with a split for that for those
Split's
two
the way-
teams.
Although we
Split's
should
the way to
mention that, 12-time All-Star first baseman, future Hall of Famer, great hitter in his own words, Sammy Towell, was not here yesterday. He was on the road, so big bat missing from their...
I think it's Nathan put him on the road.
Yeah, so that could add a lot to their lineup tomorrow, next week rather. So I guess we're all. We'll see a split in that game or in that matchup.
Split safe.
Yeah, can't
Unless
go
they're playing
wrong.
the bachelor team.
No,
Just nonsense.
I'd like to see Dirty Dozen sweep that just to make it more interesting as far as the
Standings.
standings.
They can lose 2 there. They go to 1 and 5. It's going to
Yeah.
be, they could be team number 7
Yeah.
in the standings.
The last matchup,
That
this
team is
is
done?
at
Yes.
Memorial 3.
They're number 9, that team.
Memorial 3 is Maurice's Pieces versus Jersey Shore. And that has the makings of classic matchup. A.B. Saka turning into one of the top pitchers in the league. And
It has the makings of a classic recap show as well, I think.
yeah, so we don't know Jeffrey's status for next week, whether he's there for 1, 2, or no games.
He actually has a 12:30 game next week for his daughter, one of these girls' games. So he'll pitch the first game, the second game, you can flip a Gatorade maybe.
Yeah,
You just never know.
He's been known to stall for those girls' games, and he is running that league, so don't be surprised that game is switched at 3 o'clock.
We are
He
talking
tried.
to the affiliates of the DSN league, not only about the eligible bachelor team moving to that league, but also about changing that game time to allow Mr. Saka to pitch.
And I've been
both
told
games.
A.B. Hittery will not be available next week. He'll be on the road as well. So
I saw Jeffrey Saka in Shul this week, and he asked me, "What do you think of the girls playing at 6 o'clock in the morning?" So I'm able to pitch 2 games. So
Well, listen, he played
I
Friday.
said it's really not nice.
But
And he
guys,
said, "But they get up that early for school, so what's the difference
But
if
he
they
played-
do 1 more day?"
He was even smart. He played this past Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock.
oh, he did.
Jeffrey
Oh, he
knows.
got a
He's
game.
got these little
For a guy that's only
grips,
playing 8 games,
playing
he
all
may
kinds
play
of
12
hours.
games.
But I see. Wow, that is a tough matchup. Maurice's Pieces very confident after that sweep. I see another split with Jersey Shore.
Could be, it's tough. We do have the better Haber. You have to keep in mind. We have Abraham versus Maurice. I think Abraham has 10 hits on the season. Maurice got 1.
Yeah.
He had a couple
one.
of
I
hits
think maybe
yesterday,
one.
definitely.
One for 12.
1, okay.
But who's counting?
1 for 12.
And I definitely see a sweep by Maurice's
sweep.
Pieces. I think the dual managering of Hank and Douglas is gonna play an issue here.
Nah, a split is safe. The teams are pretty balanced.
Yeah, I would say, I would say
Really
a
on the road?
split,
Yeah,
and
he's not
the
in
truth
it.
is they have a good team.
You're
So,
giving your team a
So
loss.
Maurice-
Yeah, I would say,
Maurice is playing
you
first.
have a good team. You have a good
Maurice
team.
actually may have to pitch a second game, and
Oh,
that's not going to happen with his son hitting 1,000.
So that's it for the Dash Report Week 2 review.
No more Dashless.
Dashless. We'll see if we bring him back. We're still going to speak to his agent.
We have to work out
Thank
his
you very
contract.
much.
Lights out.
Lights out.
Goodbye.